everybody, my name is Sera Jo. This week, I'm co-hosting music lessons with Carlos. See you!
Welcome everybody to another live session in music lesson webinar with Carlos. Today we will cover different topics such as ear training, music theory, keyboard skills, chord progressions, and contemporary voicings. We also have some new piano tutorials, so stay tuned and let's get started. Okay, now people now people can hear me. Perfect. Now people can hear me. Okay, thank you. Okay, Lizzie, thanks for the feedback. Otherwise I would have done my whole seminar without vocals. Okay, anyways. Thanks, Sera Jo, for this last tutorial. And Sera Jo, she got inspired, by this album by Jeff Lorber. Heard that, in the first track is the song "Coming Up." And I was asking Sera, did you transcribe? I couldn't remember that track. She said, no, I just got inspired. I came up with my own groove. So this is actually her own groove, but inspired by the work of Jeff Lorber. Yeah. Jeff Lorber, also has been a lifelong inspiration to me. So Jeff Lorber is a master of the keys and one of the busiest keyboardists in both smooth jazz and fusion jazz. Yeah. And his album, again, Heard That, was released in 2008, and he returns to both smooth jazz and R&B. Yeah, and it was produced by Rex Rideout. Yeah, so it was a very successful album. Yeah, and it has quite a lineup of musicians. So I want to play this track again. I want to play this track again. Yeah, it is a wonderful track. So here we go. Okay, Sera Jo, thank you again. Yeah, thank you again for this wonderful track. Okay, so now it's time to go back and work with our material. Yeah, and we have a lot of things to do. And I would like to start with scales. Yeah, I want to start with scales. So here we go. Let's start with our... Okay, which scale are we going to do? I already thought. Okay, we're going to work with our Locrian Natural 9 scale. Locrian Natural 9. Okay, so we have a Do. One moment, let me get my volume up. Okay, perfect. Do, re, mi, fa, si, le, ti, do. And we have this very cool scale. Maybe I can even zoom in a bit. Yes, I'm gonna zoom in a bit. Yeah, so you can see my hands and you can see the keyboard better. Yeah. So we have a Locrian. In some places they call it the Locrian Sharp 2. I think more in Los Angeles, but in Boston, New York, we call it the Locrian Natural 9 because we're thinking about chord scale harmony. Yeah. So here we have Do, re, mi, fa, si, le, ti, do. And what are the chords? We have a minor 7 flat 5, minor 7 flat 5 with 9, 9 and 11, and 9, 11 and flat 13. Okay, so guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna play the scale in different keys, and then we're gonna build the chord pairing. Yeah, so we're gonna start in C. Let's start. Again, and I'm gonna get myself out of the picture. Okay, yeah, so you can see everything. Okay, key of C. Do, re, mi, fa, si, le, ti, do. Always singing. We have to sing all the time. We have a minor 7 flat 5, minor 7 flat 5 with 9, 11, and flat 13. Let's go to another one. Let's go to D. Now we're gonna build it. So to build it, we're gonna focus on the solfege syllables. Yeah, it's kind of the same process actually what classical composers did in the days of Bach. That they only used the cantus firmus, the figure bass. Yeah, and then they used to build their whole harmony, and those who were more advanced compose and improvise. Okay, so here we go. Do, re, mi, fa, si, le, ti, do. We have our scale, Locrian Natural 9. Now we have a minor 7 flat 5 on D. We're going to add the 9. We're going to add the 11th. And we're going to add the flat 13. Yeah, it's a beautiful chord pairing. Okay, let's go to E. Yeah, so we're going to build our scale in E. Do, re, mi, fa, si, le, ti, do, and together. Do, re, mi, fa, si, le, ti, do. And then we have a minor 7 flat 5. We're going to add the 9th. We're going to add the 11th and a flat 13th. And let's do one more key at least. Let's go to the key of F sharp. Do, re, mi, fa, flat 5, si, le, ti, do. And here we have our scale. So I'm just pausing to visualize, to absorb it, yeah? If you're practicing with me, we're working with our cluster technique, yeah, which is our secret weapon in order to internalize all the different chord scales. Okay, so we have the first chord, F sharp, minor 7 flat 5. We're going to add the 9th. We're going to add the 11th. And we're going to add the flat 13th. And let's do one more key. We're gonna go to the key of G sharp. Yeah, so it's good. Yeah, we started in C, little by little got more difficult. Okay, G sharp. Actually, since we're just using movable do in intervals, yeah, it shouldn't be that difficult. Yeah, it is just a different geometrical shape. Do, re, mi, fa, si, le, ti, do together. And this is our cluster. We're gonna pause 4 seconds just to visualize. Pay attention. Now here we have a minor 7 flat 5. We're gonna add the 9th. We're gonna add an 11th. And we're gonna add here the flat 13th. And here we have the scale. Okay, good. Yeah, so that was our Locrian natural 9. So, homework. What are we gonna do for homework? Okay, how about if we practice this in all 12 keys? Yeah, and you know, we can start easy, start with F, G, D, E, and then, you know, little by little expand through all the different keys. So what I would do is, you know, use this video as a reference, and here you have the solfege layout and then the chord pairing. Yeah, and I would slowly just go through those. Okay, there is something else that I would like to do, and I want to work also with, okay, this is really cool, very cool. Last time we worked with an advanced chromatic workout. Yeah, this doesn't matter that I'm not going to use the basic chromatic scale going up and down, because this workout kind of expands that. Yeah, so if you look at the second beat, we have a do, di, re, mi, fa, fi, so, si, la, li, ti, and then do again, just like in our regular chromatic. But we're going to have chromatic approach notes to every single note of the chromatic scale, both ascending and then descending. Yeah, so last week we started with this process and I did the first pattern. Now we're gonna do the second pattern group. Okay, so I think it would be good if we warm up. Yeah, let's warm up with our basic chromatic scale in the key of C. Okay, so and I'm gonna get myself out of the way. Okay, so left hand, you're gonna play a pedal. Right hand, you're gonna play the scale. And what we want to avoid is going on a robot automatic, you know, sense. No, we're gonna pay attention. You know, it is almost, we're gonna send our mindfulness, our attention to every note and to the meaning and the sound and what that note means to the key of C. And when we practice like that, enormous amount of learning occurs. Yeah. So let's do it. Left hand pedal, and then right hand we're gonna play our chromatic scale. This is a warm up, and then we're gonna go to the advanced workout. Do, ti, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Descending. Do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Now we're gonna do the advanced workout. Yeah, the advanced workout. Okay, so again, left hand is just gonna play CS pedal, but now we have a chromatic scale. We're gonna go chromatic, lower chromatic, upper chromatic, and then we'll resolve to do. Ti, ra, do. Then we're gonna go to re, lower chromatic and upper chromatic. In this case, both notes are gonna be diatonic, and then we're gonna resolve to the D. Okay, I know this sounds a little bit trippy, but this is actually very simple and it's so useful. Yeah, eventually we wanna be able to do all of this without even playing the keyboard, but just hearing it in our minds. Yeah, so our the internal musical imagery, yeah, of all the chromatic scales would be very well built. Yeah, and that's one of our goals. So here we go. Yeah, so we're gonna sing and play. ti, ra, do, do, re, ti, me, re, mi, re, fa, mi, se, fa, sol, fi, le, sol, la, si, te, la, ti, li, do, ti, and then the first measure but up an octave. Ti, ra, do. Okay, you already saw it's not that difficult and it's so useful. Yeah, we're gonna take all our chromatic movable do solfege through the roof. So now we have the same pattern: lower chromatic, upper chromatic, target note, but now we're gonna go descending. Yeah, so all the chromatic notes now they're gonna change. Instead of having an A sharp, li, we're gonna have a B flat, te. So here we go. Ti, ra, do, li, do, ti, la, ti, te, si, te, la, sol, la, le, fi, le, sol, fa, sol, se, mi, se, fa, re, fa, mi, re, mi, me, di, me, re, do, re, ra, and then the first measure but down an octave. Ti, ra, do, and that's it. Yeah, and this is one of the warm-ups that I want to do. There are 8 different patterns in each key, so that's going to take us maybe until the year 2022. But that's not the problem. That's not the issue. The issue is that we're going to get really good at this, yeah? And you're going to start singing, wow, you know, I can hear, you know, I'm in the key of F, but I can hear my arpeggios. Do, mi, sol, te, fa, la, do, te, mi, sol, te. Yeah, and you're gonna be able to hear so many melodic patterns in your mind. Yeah, so that's one of my goals. Yeah, to be able to do this. Okay, good. So that's it for scales. Now I wanna go to chords. Okay, so this is my plan always. You know, we only have 1 hour, so I like to do kind of a video warm up. Yeah, and always take advantage, you know, of Sera Jo's almost infinite energy, creative energy to just, you know, bring new videos to this class. And then I want to do some ear training, yeah, some scale or chord and scale workouts like what we did. We work on the Locrian Natural 9, then we work on an advanced chromatic workout. And chords are very interesting. You know. In my opinion, yeah, to develop our musical perception, yeah, an effortless musical perception, that reminds me a little bit of the book by Kenny Werner, Effortless Mastery. Yeah, but in my opinion, you know, of course, mastery of what? Of perception, yeah, of doing. Yeah, and the most essential aspect of doing would be just to perceive something without struggling. Be able to perceive almost an infinite amount of musical forms with the same ease as we perceive the color blue, the color green, the color yellow. Yeah, and we don't struggle with that. It's already there, beautifully programmed. Yeah, so that's one of my goals. Yeah. So now, intervals. Yeah, very important. And last time, we worked with 13ths, and 13ths we practice in a different way. I want to go back. I want to go into close position intervals. And one close position interval that seems to be, you know, kind of challenging to everybody is the minor 6. Minor 6, we're going to see it as 4 whole steps. We are going to practice this in a completely different way that you probably practice in music school. In music school, how, I have to teach it also that way. Okay, so, but usually we teach intervals in relationship to a key center. And if you're in a jazz school, in relationship to modal centers, or even a chord and scale pairing. No. We're not going to do that. We're going to see intervals as an individual entity, like little space entities. Yeah, and when we see them that way, we can use all that imagery to create millions of forms, literally. Yeah, so we're going to work with minor 6 ascending. So we're going to call them four whole steps. Bam. And we're going to go through our cycle of fourths. You know what? I'm tired of the cycle of fourths. I want to do a different cycle. How about, let's do this cycle. Let's do the cycle of minor thirds descending. Yeah? Yeah, that's a good cycle. Okay, minor third cycle descending. And we're going to change hands. We're going to change hands, positions, and registers. So, but for this, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, and we're going to be all over the keyboard. And, yeah, C, right hand, A, left, G flat, right, E flat, B, A flat, F, D, B flat, G, E, D flat, and C. And I want to do one more. I want to do minor 6 descending, and I want to change cycles. I want to go to this cycle, whole tone cycle. Yeah, we don't use it too much. So again, 4 whole steps, but now going down. C, D, E, G flat or F sharp, A flat, B flat, D flat, E flat, F, G, A, B, and back to C. Homework. I would like you to work with your minor 6, yeah, and you can choose whatever cycle. Yeah, if you go to my website, CamposMusic.com or learning or lessonswithcarlos.com, yeah, you have a page with free downloads, and one of the most useful page are all the cycle pages. Yeah, I've been using them forever. Yeah, and they always give me great result. Yeah, so I would like you to practice your minor 6 intervals, ascending and descending. Yeah, just go pop, yeah, from one key to another one. Then you change cycles. Then you change cycles. Then you change cycles. Yeah, so that's gonna be your homework for this week. Okay. Now I want to do one more thing. I want to work with my, okay, this is going to be kind of, we're going to go here. Okay, this might be a little bit more advanced, yeah, but we're going to have fun with this. We're going to take this chord, the augmented triad, and we're going to add a dominant 7. We're going to add now a sharp 9. And we're going to add a sharp 11. And what do we have? We have an augmented 7, sharp 11, sharp 9, or sharp 9, sharp 11. Okay, and we're going to build them. Yeah, and we have 2 codes. We have solfege, yeah, movable do solfege, do, mi, si, te, re, fi. And then we have the intervals, root 3, sharp 5, flat 7, sharp 9, sharp 11. Yeah, so we're going to use both codes to build them in all different keys. I think I can zoom in. That would be useful. Okay, good. Let's do a few keys. What key should we do? Let's start with E flat. So So we're gonna start with intervals first, yeah? So we have root, major third, sharp 5, flat 7, sharp 9, and sharp 11. Now we're gonna sing. Do, mi, si, te, re, fi. Very nice chord, very nice chord. Now we're gonna go to the key of B flat, yeah? So we have root, major third, sharp 5, flat 7, sharp 9 in B flat, sharp 11 in B flat. Maybe up here. And we're gonna sing. Do, mi, si, te, re, fi. Okay, we always shoot that, octave transpose. Yeah, let's don't torture ourselves. Yeah, and let's go to another key. Let's go to the key of D flat. Yeah, I'm just choosing keys at random. Yeah, so one of the things is just to develop that 12 key flexibility, and it's very doable if we keep symbols to the minimum, and we just see things. Yeah. And we use our two best friends. One is imagery, and the other one is language. Yeah, for imagery, space, space in between notes, intervals. For language, movable do solfege. You combine both, and wow, you have a wonderful system, yeah, to decode anything you want, yeah, in music. So where were we? D flat, root, major third, sharp 5. Now we're gonna have a flat 7. Sharp 9, sharp 11, and we're gonna sing. Do, mi, si, te, re, fi, si. Let's sing again. Let's sing again. Do, mi, si, te, re, fi. Just stay there, almost like contemplate the shape of this chord. That's very important, actually. Yeah, not to rush through life. Yeah, so I'm saying this aloud so I can hear it myself. Okay, let's go to E. Okay, key of E. We have a root, 3, sharp 5, flat 7, sharp 9, and sharp 11. And now we're gonna sing. Do, mi, si, te, re, fi. And let's do one last one. How about, let's go to G flat. So we have G flat, we have a major third, sharp 5, flat 7, sharp 9, and sharp 11. Okay, and now we're gonna sing. Do, mi, si, te, re, fi. And let's just stay with this nice chord, with the sound, the shape, the feeling of it, yeah? Sometimes when I ask my students to contemplate, I ask them, hey, just stay with that chord. And they ask me what, and I ask them to pay attention. And they ask me, pay attention, but to what? Well, maybe just to those 3 elements, yeah? Basic elements, which is visual, how the chord looks like. And then, of course, we can start seeing the intervals, all the relationships, the spatial relationships, but just pay attention to the shape. Next, how the chord sounds like. Yeah, so we can play all the chords at the same time, or we can try to hear note for note. So there are all different dimensions of sound, yeah, that we can use for attentional training. And last one, feeling. How does this chord feel to your left hand? How does this voicing feel to your right hand? How does this chord feel to both hands? Yeah? To your fingers, to your hands, all the way to your shoulders. Yeah, so there is so much to pay attention to. So much to pay attention. Yeah. Okay. Good. So that was our chord extension workout and homework. I would like you to take this chord, the augmented 7, sharp 11, sharp 9. And you have here the line out, yeah? So I'm gonna leave this video always in Facebook, and then you're gonna find it in YouTube too. Yeah, and it's gonna have the time code, so you can just fast forward to the precise area in the video. Okay, so homework, why don't you take this one, yeah, and you build them using intervals, yeah, visual element, and then you're gonna sing auditory element, yeah, and you're gonna do this in all 12 keys, yeah, so that's gonna be a great homework for everybody. Okay, good. So now, what are we gonna do next? Okay, I wanna start shifting now into ensemble work. Yeah, ensemble work. So now I wanna work. Last week we started with our very basic, super humble 7 chords. Yeah, but we're gonna play them with a backup track. Okay, and it's going to be kind of, since we were working with listening to Jeff Lorber, you know, I'm going to use a smooth jazz backup track. And then we're going to play this chord in 13 version. Yeah, but for us, yeah, yeah, this is a bit different. I still would like to play a root with our left hand. Nevertheless, the chord is going to be on the 13 version. So right hand is going to be B, C major 7 over B. T, Do, Mi, Sol. Yeah, and we're gonna go through the cycle of fourths, yeah, with this backup track. Yeah, and we're gonna have 2 measures, yeah, and then you can just play whole notes if you have to, and that's perfectly fine. Or you can rhythmicize, yeah, start rhythmicizing. Okay, so I'm gonna get myself out of here, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, and. Let me see if I can boost up the volume of this track. I think it's a little bit low, I think. Okay, maybe. Okay. So here we go again. Two, 3, and C. F. You can rhythmicize any way you feel that you want to interact with the rest of the band. Key of E, 3, and D. Okay, good. Yeah, so this is a fun way of practicing all our chords. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get different tracks in different cycles, yeah, so we can just do one pass. Nevertheless, if you are not too familiar with this chord, the way I would practice first is just sing them ascending, yeah, through any cycle. But you know, you're gonna sing Ti, Do, Mi, Sol, Ti, Do, Mi, Sol, and then we go to another key, same thing, Ti, Do, Mi, Sol, and then we're gonna sing descending. Let's say we're gonna sing Sol, Mi, Do, Ti. Let's go to B flat. Sol, Mi, Do, Ti, and let's go to E flat now. sol, mi, do, ti, and then we play. When we feel comfortable with the shape of this chord, then we can go and start working with backup tracks. Yeah, and if we practice like this, it's gonna be very fruitful, and then we're not gonna feel stressed, or barely, feeling that we're rushing, through the chart, with the backup tracks. But we really are integrating those chords. And then it's gonna allow us, to play whatever we want. Okay, good. Let's see, what time do we have? Yes, we are still good. Okay, I want to do something else in relationship to ensemble. Okay, last week, this is a little bit different. One moment. Last week, we started, one moment, let me see something here. We started to work with this blues phrase. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, so this blues phrase actually is interesting. It's not using the blues scale on C. It's using the Mixolydian mode on C. We're emphasizing here an A, which doesn't exist on the blues scale. Okay. And then we have 4 types. Whoops. We have 4 types of patterns. Now we have a second pattern. Second pattern is going to start on the 5th. Sol, te, do, do. This one emphasizes the blues scale. And the way I see those 4, because we're going to work with those 4 phrases, I see them as seat musical thoughts. We can work with this one. Yeah, we can do whatever we want, or maybe we can take it up. So we can expand them in all different ways. Yeah. And now we have this other one, number 3. So number 3 doesn't use the blues scale. We go back to Mixolydian mode. Yeah, we're emphasizing here the La. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we have one more. Yeah, we have 4 phrases. Yeah, this phrase number 4 emphasizes the blues scale. Yeah, we have it do, mi, fa. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we can use this one. I was doing just a bit of a left-hand pattern here. But we can use the same pattern now with a stride. That's actually very nice. Yeah, and then we can have the same pattern. Yeah, and we, when we practice, montuno patterns, one thing that we do is we just stay on that pattern. We almost meditate on the groove, When I was in my jazz days, you know, I have to admit, you know, I was not focusing on rhythm. It's an entity of by itself, yeah. And salsa taught me to actually just pay attention to groove. Groove is a whole universe. Blues also taught me this, you know. Groove is just a whole universe by itself, and we have to pay attention to it, yeah. So we're gonna work with this one first without backup track, and I have a backup track here. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's see. Okay, so first, before we do, we're gonna have here a dominant 7 chord. I'm gonna have a 3, 13 flat 7, 9, and we're just gonna play this in the 1 and the 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2. 2. And okay, I have here bass and drums. I don't know. I never tried this one before, but let's see. Okay, let me see. Sounds a bit low to me. Okay, I think I got it now. Okay, and let's play. 1, 2, 3. Let's just groove on this one. Okay, yeah, so actually we can use this simple phrase. You know, we can continue our lines, yeah? Yeah, so we can use them to create a gazillion of other phrases. Now, let's go to the next one. Yeah, so this one actually emphasizes the blues scale. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're gonna work with our backup track. Oops, let me go back to, okay, perfect. Let's go back. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, so those are the first 2 patterns. And now we're gonna work with pattern number 3. Pattern number 3, again, doesn't emphasize the blues scale, emphasizes the C mixolydian note. Yeah, and we have first, without bass and drums, 1, 2, 3. La, do, re, re. This is probably the most common one. Yeah, we can do so many things with this pattern. Yeah, whatever that comes up. Yeah, so now we're gonna practice with our bass and drums. 1, 2, 3. It's also good that we practice with phrasing. Okay. And now we're gonna do the last one. Yeah. Last one. Yeah. Do, me, fa, fa. Do, me, fa, fa. Do, me, fa, fa. Okay. 1, 2, 3. This one emphasizes the blues scale. Okay, now we're gonna work with our bass and drums. 1, 2, 3. Let's work with our articulation. You can play behind the beat. Okay, we can explore. We can do so many things. Yeah, so we can expand. We can expand this phrase. Yeah, those are again just a little seed thoughts. Yeah, so phrases that we can use them a part of our vocabulary. Okay, we have a couple minutes left. I want to do something completely different. Aha, I didn't forget about this. Okay, I want to work with this salsa pattern. Okay, one moment. Let me get my backup track here happening. Okay, one moment. Okay, so we have, what do we have here? We have this F minor, B flat minor, C major, B flat, and then we'll repeat. So we have a 1 minor, 4 minor, C major, which is the 5, back to the 4 minor. And it's 2, 3 clave. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, and we're gonna practice. Yeah, let's just practice. We're gonna have fun with this. Okay, so now we're gonna take it to the other clave. 3, 2. And actually, this week I was working with this chart by Ray Barreto, Amor Artificial. And this chart was written by the salsa master, Oscar Hernandez, and you're gonna see how the chart just changes from one clave to another clave. So the clave doesn't change. What changes is the phrasing. Sometimes you have a 4 measure phrasing or a 7 measure phrasing, and then you switch claves, yeah? And so even though the clave always stays the same, then the whole arrangement emphasizes one side or the other one. Yeah, and I want to bring this chart maybe next week. Yeah. Now I'm having fun with technology. We can do more and more and more and more things that I never dreamed that I could do in online or even in a lesson, even in a one-on-one lesson. Okay, so here now we're in 3/2 clave. So our rhythm is gonna change a bit. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Okay, 1. 1. So this is a little bit tricky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. One last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, now we're gonna practice. We wanna play with our backup track in 3/2 clave. Okay, good. I feel good. We have accomplished a lot today. We have done, we listened to some very cool videos about Jeff Lorber style. Then we worked with our chord scales. We worked with our intervals. We worked with our chord extensions. We did some basic 7 chords. We worked with some blues riffs. And we ended up today with a salsa piano. Okay, excellent. So that was it for today. Thank you so much for being with me. And I will see everybody next Sunday, Los Angeles time, 7 p.m. And until next, have a wonderful and very safe week. So thank you for being with me in this live broadcast. We covered a lot of material, and we're going to continue to do so in our next class. I'll see you next week, same time, same channel. Until then, have a wonderful week, practice your instrument every day, and listen and play lots of good music. See you next week.